year of work for a 4-minute flight. Isn't that something?
We're all ready if you are, sir.
Well, let's go find out if this...
We got a breach in the perimeter.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first Snapback movie review. Yeah. We are a huge family, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Family movie buffs.
Yeah, we watch family movies like all the time. I'm a big believer in making the kids watch movies because so much of the stuff they watch these days is very short attention span. You know, YouTube, TikTok. Even these shows on Nickelodeon and Disney are like 15 minutes. And so I'm trying to get them to have, I was a film major, so I want them to have a long attention span. I make them watch movies. So we decided that we're gonna add movie reviews to our channel and give you an opportunity to kind of see certain movies, how good they are for a whole family to watch. It's hard to find stuff for us to watch that everybody can sit in the room and watch together, because if it's boring, they start spazzing out and going crazy. So we decided we're gonna start reviewing movies to give you guys some good options to watch as a family. We got the whole gang here, even the babies, so they're on the floor. They'll be in and out, screaming, crying. So please bear with us. All right. So the first movie that we are gonna review is none other than Lightyear. Yeah.
Lightyear?
Ready as I'll ever be, Commander Hawthorne.
This is exciting. A new adventure.
I'm gonna grant you 4 minutes to be off planet, but then you come right back to us. To infinity?
And beyond.
All right, well, Lightyear was directed by Angus MacLane and is only his second movie. Do you know what?
Okay, go ahead. If you want to show it, you have to show it now. All right.
Nice, Buzz
Good
Lightyear.
job.
All right, and I think we have a helmet around here too and all that good stuff. So, Buzz Lightyear was directed by Angus MacLane. It's only his second movie he's actually directed. You know what the first one was? Take a guess. It was a Disney Pixar movie.
Toy Story.
Mom, take a guess.
Turning red.
It was Finding Dory, and he was actually the co-director. And so, one thing that was really awesome, I think, about Lightyear is it's not actually a Toy Story movie. It is more, it's kind of original, you know, it's like a standalone, like it tells. So, the setup is that Lightyear tells the story of the movie from which the Buzz Lightyear toy was made. It's the movie that Andy Whitten saw, and he watched Buzz Lightyear on the screen, and they made a bunch of toys, and it's why he fell in love with Buzz Lightyear. So it's kind of an origin story.
Right.
And did it feel like a Toy Story movie to you?
It did not. No, definitely didn't have the same vibe as a Toy Story movie, right? The different mood altogether.
It felt more like a more realistic movie, except that I don't know really.
It was, I would say it was an action movie. It was like a sci-fi action space movie. It wasn't like, which is unique because most Disney movies aren't action movies. You know, they're not sci-fi movies. So it was really cool, interesting take on kind of the Toy Story genre. And the basic story is that Buzz Lightyear is the commander. He's a space ranger, along with Commander Hawthorne, who's an African-American space ranger. This is his best friend. And they are trying to find a hospitable place for the colony. They're like flying a giant spaceship with like 1 billion people, and like all of Earth is on a spaceship, and they're looking for the next Earth. And and amongst their journeys, at the very beginning, so no spoilers, Buzz Lightyear ends up crashing the ship because Buzz Lightyear thinks he can do everything by himself. He's very confident, not like anybody I know at all.
Very type A.
Buzz Lightyear mission log, stardate 3901. After a full year of being marooned, our first hyperspeed test flight is a go.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
You were narrating again.
I was not. Just doing the mission log.
You do know no one ever listens to those.
I know that. Narrating helps me focus.
And so what happens in the movie is that while they're stranded on this planet, they have to come up with a way to build a fuel source so that they can get into, it wasn't hyperspeed, what is it?
It was hyperspeed.
It is hyperspeed?
Yeah.
So in order to travel to find a new planet, they need to be able to reach hyperspeed. In order to do this, they need to get a crystal that can provide the fuel to do it. And so they need to develop the technology to travel to hyperspeed to save humanity. And Buzz decides he's going to be the test pilot to test these crystals. And so he takes a spaceship up on a test flight to see if he can reach hyperspeed.
You are clear for hyperlaunch. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Buzz, That was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you.
And the whole movie kind of centers around this concept called, what's the concept called? It's called time dilation. So, what's time dilation, Maverick?
So the faster you fly, the more farther into the future you go.
Does that sound right, Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty smart. You guys did a good job. So basically, time dilation is the faster you're going, the slower time moves for you relative to people who are not going fast. So when Buzz goes, 80% hyperspeed, he comes back and it's 4 years later, and everybody's grown up and they've gotten older. And so the more he does these missions, the faster he goes, the more time passes. And so much time passes that generations even end up passing, which is actually sets up some really cool dynamics as far as older generation versus younger generations, and also seeing just how family dynamics play out between grandmother and grandson. There's actually, so Commander Hawthorne has a granddaughter named Izzy Hawthorne. She's played by Keke Palmer.
Alicia?
Oh no, that's my grandmother.
But, Sox, how long were we gone?
Meow, 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 meow. 62 years, 7 months, and 5 days.
What?
And she is really awesome. She's really cool. What did you think about Izzy?
I really liked Izzy. I felt like she gave the movie the youthful tone that it really needed. Shout out to our Gen
Z.
Oh, Gen Z people.
Gen Z.
out
She's
there.
kind of millennial, Gen Z-ish, but
Yes.
mostly Gen Z.
Yes, so I thought that it kind of added a bit of humor and lightheartedness to the movie.
Yeah, and Buzz is like a boomer, so it's kind of like you get these funny dynamics between Buzz, who's kind of the older generation. Even though he's not that old, he is, lots of time has passed. He's from a whole century ago. So he kind of, there's all these cool, funny dynamics, a lot of comedy between kind of the way she sees things as a Gen Zer and he sees things as a millennial. And so that's a cool thing that plays out. But basically he teams up with Izzy and her group. She has a group of little cadets that are trainees. I forget what the name of their little crew is called, but there's 3 of them. What is it?
It's called the Junior Patrol.
The Junior Patrol. And there's 3 of them. And I thought what was really cool about the Junior Patrol is it was a great shot at diversity. There was like an older woman who was like an ex-convict.
I have a plan and I have a team. Darby can take any 3 things and make them explode.
I do this, and they shave a little time off my sentence.
Okay. And what about you?
Well, I thought this was going to be like a fun boot camp workout thing. But it is not. Did I get it?
Pretty close.
I need the, you know what I'm saying, the harpoons?
And there was another guy who seemed like Middle Eastern. I'm not sure exactly what he was.
And mid-age.
And mid-age, yes. And he was played by, what is my man's name? Taika Waititi, and he is hilarious. And did you guys know that he is like a big time movie director? Like he's directed, like I think he directed and wrote Thor: Love and Thunder.
The actor?
Yeah, and like he's a big time director. So and he did a really good. He was probably my favorite, one of my favorite parts.
Pretty funny.
He was hilarious.
Yes.
And then there was also who else was in there? There was 3 of them. The robot.
And then
the
Sox.
robot.
How could
Oh,
you forget
Sox. Oh,
Sox?
yeah. So Sox. So since Buzz is traveling so much, he's given a companion by Commander Hawthorne, which is a robot cat, which is meant to be his companion that's not going to grow old, that can be there for him all the time.
Hello, Buzz. I am Sox, your personal companion robot.
I don't know. Sox might actually be my favorite character in the movie because he makes all those funny sound effects. What sound effects he make, Lincoln?
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. And he has a bunch of surprises up his sleeve. He can do some stuff you will never imagine. He was pulling stuff, all kind of secret tricks up out of his sleeve. So I love Sox. Did you like Sox?
Yeah.
Sox is one of my favorites too.
I can provide sleep sounds if you like. I have several options. Summer night, ocean paradise, whale calls.
No. White noise is fine.
Very well.
Good night, Sox.
Good night, Buzz.
And so now, once Buzz is in the future, what he has found is that Emperor Zurg has come to the planet, and he's also trying to steal the power crystal. So Buzz is kind of actually an origin story for Emperor Zurg too. So it's really cool to kind of find out where Emperor Zurg came from and his backstory, which is really awesome. You definitely have to watch to find that out. And
No spoilers right now.
no spoilers.
We're being pursued by just a massive robot.
And with the Junior Patrol,
Yes.
Buzz works with the Junior Patrol to help keep the power crystal outside of Zurg's evil hands and to somehow get it back to the colony so that they can get back to hyperspeed and get off this island and save humanity. And there, there's
Get off this island or this planet?
planets are like islands. An island in space, a space island.
Aren't space islands called planets?
Yes. Okay, get off the planet. But let me ask you guys, as a whole, what did you think of the movie, Lincoln?
I thought it was actually pretty good.
You liked it?
Yeah.
As a whole, you thought it was a good movie?
Yeah.
Did you like it, Maverick?
Yeah, I would give it...
Wait, no ratings yet. We gotta save those for the ends. Okay. So, what did you guys? I have a question. What did you guys think about how Buzz looks? Like, he didn't look like the toy Buzz because he's not the toy Buzz. He's the real Buzz that the toy was made from. So, what do you guys think about how Buzz looked?
I felt that Buzz looked pretty good because he had like all these different outfits for like when he was going through time, and then at the end you actually got to see the real Toy Story Buzz.
Yeah. What about you, Mom?
I think that they did a really good job at trying to stay true to the action figure. So thinking about what Buzz Lightyear would have looked like in real life as a human being, drawing off of how they created him as a toy. So I thought they did a pretty good job.
Yeah. What you gonna say?
I'm gonna say that Buzz Lightyear was pretty good, especially I thought it was pretty good. I love how he was drawn. I'm pretty sure. You know how Toy Story, they say in a documentary that he's actually bald in Toy Story.
But in this one, he had some hair.
To infinity.
Are you trying to get me to pull your finger?
Don't fall for it.
No, not like that.
Sorry, it's a thing your grandma and I used to do.
Yeah.
So one of the things they did was they humanized him. They brought him to life. He seemed very real. He didn't seem like a two-dimensional toy. Let me ask you a question. Did you guys know who Buzz's voice was? It wasn't Tim Allen. So
I know.
You know? Do you guys know whose Buzz's voice was? I was very surprised that this was. Maybe
He did speak
English. What do you think? Do you know who he was? No. Guys,
I know who he was.
Who was it, Mom?
He was Chris Evans.
Captain America
Captain
voiced
America
Buzz Lightyear. Can you believe that?
Buzz Lightyear.
That's crazy. I was listening to it, trying to I just see Tim Allen. Like, he did a great job of capturing that Buzz voice. So, hey guys, so what was your favorite part in the movie, Maverick?
I don't really know all the parts of the movie, but the thing that I thought funny is when they ate like a meat bread meat.
that was pretty hilarious. You want to explain that, Mom?
Sure. So Buzz, as you know, many years have passed since he was trying to attempt to help this community out and save them. And so as generations had moved on, obviously different food items kind of evolved. And one specifically was the sandwich. So when Buzz wanted something to eat, and they asked if he wanted a sandwich, they gave him a sandwich, and instead of a sandwich being meat bread, as we are all traditionally used to, right? It was meat, bread, meat.
Yeah,
right?
meat on the outside, meat and pickles on the outside, bread in the middle.
And they love the, what did they say, the
juiciness.
The juicy fingers that it leaves you with. Yes. And Tech wanted us to make him a meat sandwich today.
The next day, I came in here, Maverick actually made a sandwich. He actually made a meat sandwich, and he was like doing, oh my gosh, I don't know what. He was all stressed out because he was making a mess and he couldn't eat it. I had to calm him down and let him know it was okay. But the next day, he actually did try to make a meat sandwich, so. Yes.
It's kind of meat bread meat.
Yes, that's what we said, buddy.
Yes,
anything you really loved about the movie, Lincoln?
It's not hard to say without spoiling. Izzy was the main part. I really loved Izzy.
Cool. How about you, Mom?
I really liked the relationship between Hawthorne and Buzz. I think that it was really good. It kind of gave him the foundation that he needed. It seemed like Hawthorne really grounded Buzz, and he needed that. And it was interesting to see how he kept that foundation and that sense of being grounded with her descendant. Izzy. So that I really like that. I like that relationship, or those relationship dynamics rather.
All right, so as a whole, I would say that Buzz Lightyear was a huge win. What I really loved about it was that it wasn't your typical Disney movie. I mean, it really was one of a kind in that it was like a fighter jet, space exploration, adventure movie, and it was kind of new, even though it was based on Toy Story. Like, everybody in this world was brand new to us. Everything about the world was brand new. The only thing that was constant was Buzz. And to be very clear, the Buzz in the movie is not the Buzz from Toy Story. It's a completely different Buzz from Toy Story. The Toy Story Buzz is like not very smart, and doesn't realize he's a toy, and always wants to do good, and he's just very one-dimensional, I feel like. And the Buzz in this movie was multi-dimensional. I just want to throw out kind of some key themes I found in the movie that you could take away, that your family could take away, you could talk to your kids about, something you could learn about. A big thing I took from the movie was self-forgiveness for myself, because I'm really hard on myself. I tend to really have high expectations on everybody, Lincoln, and especially myself. And I learned that from that movie, you have to have some grace. Like my wife always tries to tell me, you have to be able to forgive yourself and allow yourself to make mistakes, because nobody is perfect.
I know something that I took away from the movie was the idea. Yeah. We get it, Dad. I'm not going to name any names. I'm just going to make a million hints. One thing that I took away is that you can't do everything on your own. And a lot of times when you don't ask for help, or you try to do everything on your own, it can become a disaster. So I thought that was a great lesson that the movie had, and that stuck out.
At one point, Buzz said, if I do this, I won't be able to save you. And Izzy said, we don't need you to save us. We need you to join us.
Yes.
And that was a big moment. I also thought that another thing I thought about the movie is it was very inclusive, and so that was really cool. It had lots of different people of all different races and ages and shapes and body colors and body sizes and everything. And so I thought that was really, really cool. But as a whole, it was a movie about friendship. It was a movie about relationships. It was a movie about family. Yeah, and never giving up. And also, it was a movie about, I think it was a big part of the movie. It was about helping others and putting others over yourself, helping people you love over, maybe giving people what you love they want more than giving yourself what you want. And I think those messages all resonate pretty hard with us coming out of the pandemic and everything that happened in 2020. So, the Buzz Lightyear outfit is apparently chafing tech. So
sweating.
The limits run out. So we're gonna wrap up our Buzz Lightyear review. But before, hey, no getting naked.
I know.
This is PG. He's running around here in underwear enough. Okay, keep the clothes on. Last thing before we go, we gotta give the movie. How many snaps do you give the movie? Scale of 1 to 4. How many snaps, Maverick? 3 snaps?
Wait for it.
Oh my gosh, Dad's gonna go 4 snaps.
4? Oh, that was 2.
Okay. I'm efficient with my snaps.
So
I would do 3.5. Like, here's the thing. I would do 3.5 on the scale of Disney movies, because it's not the best Disney movie ever, but on the scale of family movies, is this a movie you could sit down and watch with your family, and will they all enjoy it? 1 to 4, I have to give it a 4. It was great.
Okay, so then if you're doing that scale, because again, not on the scale of Disney.
The best of Disney movies would be a 5. That doesn't exist on our scale. But.
Okay, all right, so I would say...
Does it need to be a scale of 5? Should we make our scale 5?
No, we can do 4. Oh, no. Well, maybe we should do 5, because
okay.
we have a middle ground.
If we do 5, then I guess it's... But then I'm still going to give it 4.5.
Well, you could just do one hand and just do 4.
But I'd give it 4. I give it 4.5.
Or you could do this.
Way too complicated.
So that's why I tried 4. Make it simple.
All right, so I say we make it 5 because Mom wants to give it a 3.
A 3 out of 5?
What?
That's terrible. It wasn't very girly. It wasn't a girly movie.
That's not what I'm giving it, taking points away for. I guess For me, I was hoping that it would tie more to Toy Story, and I was hoping that we get more of the Toy Story vibe from it. And I understand that this is an origin story and it's not Toy Story, but I was kind of let down in that sense. I thought that maybe they were going to start off with Andy in a movie theater, going in, checking to watch the movie.
There was a little text that said, Andy saw a movie. This was that movie.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, that was at the beginning there was text.
That wasn't enough for me.
That was it.
So
It said Andy. It said Andy.
It literally said all about.
So wait, we're doing 5 stars now?
Yes,
We're fixing our rating system
Are
here.
you sure about that? Are you sure?
She's gonna give it.
I'm sure.
Can we do half stars?
Are you sure?
I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars.
Okay.
4.5. 4.5.
4.5. I say that this movie was.
1, 2. Wait. 1, 2. That's 4.5. See?
Lincoln wants to give his rating now.
We're snapping though.
Okay.
We're having too much fun snapping.
Yes, go ahead, Lincoln.
Okay. Anyways, I thought the movie was really good. I loved it, so I'm giving it 5 out of 5 snaps.
5 out of 5. You got to correct for Mom's 3 because that was blasphemous. Tech, 1 to 5. How do you rate the movie? How many snaps?
1 means
You don't
not
like
good,
it.
and 5 means good.
You like it. And then 2 is not very good. 3 is okay. 4 is good. 5 is great.
He doesn't know how to snap.
No, wait, I know how to snap.
1, 2.
No, not that.
1, 2. You giving it 2 snaps?
No, 2 out of 1.
2 out of 1.
I guess that's.
All right. Well, I was gonna put an average up. I'm gonna put. I don't know what. Techie, did you like it or you didn't like it?
Didn't.
You didn't like it?
Oh
You
my
don't like
God.
anything.
Oh, it's so contrary.
Yeah, he's the biggest hater in the world. Anyways, okay, Techie gave it a 2 apparently, dragging our ratings down. I'm gonna bump him up to a 3 because he's being ridiculous, and I know he
I'm bumping up to 1.
he actually really did like it. I'm gonna bump him up to 4.
Get that.
What do you think he should? What's his actual rating?
I'd say probably a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
All right, 3.5. So we'll average that out overall rating. And but definitely, I would recommend watching Lightyear with the family. We would recommend as a whole. It gets the snapback snap of approval. We have to make up lots of snaps. You know, we have to give all our men in film references too. So when it's the best movie ever, it's gonna be 5 snaps and a twist. So for all of my In Living Color fans out there. All right, that was a movie review, a little bit long, but I hope you enjoyed it. On to the next movie.
Say bye. See ya. Okay.